Welcome to FilmRogues.com, and today you will learn how to film a scene. Unless you already know how to film one, then I guess you can leave. Or you can stay, if you want to. You should stay. Now, a common mistake that young filmmakers make is when they film a scene, they do it all completely from one angle. What this does is it drags out your scene, makes 5 minutes seem like 10 minutes. It also is just boring to watch. Film is shot on a single cam production, usually, and television is shot on a multicam production. So since we're making films, we'll be using one camera. Now, there are 3 things to remember when filming a scene. The first is to get a master shot. What a master shot is a wide shot that includes all your characters. Make sure when you film this, it includes the first word of the scene to the last word of the scene. The second thing to remember is to get each character's dialogue from its own angle. Now, when you film this, don't go from one character's line to the next character's line to the next character's line back and forth, filming each one of them back and forth. That's just going to make things complicated and it's going to take forever. What you want to do is set up the shot for one character, film it all the way through, and then set up the shot for the next character, film it all the way through. Then you're done. Unless you have a third character, then you want to film them too, because it's kind of rude if you don't. The third thing you're going to want to do is to get your special shots and your cutaways. Now, a special shot can be an extreme close-up on an item that's important in your scene. In this case, that item would be the envelope and the contents in the envelope. Now, it could also be a character's dialogue. If that dialogue is important and you want the audience to know that, you might want to get close-up on that dialogue. A cutaway, for example, could be a character walking down an alleyway, and then it cuts to a kitty on a dumpster. So cute. The cat on the dumpster would be the cutaway. Anything that cuts away from the main scene. It almost explains itself. These cutaways are great for if your character was to mess up his dialogue or an action, then you could resort to a cutaway. You could even resort to a special shot, or you could just cut to the next character's dialogue. Now, cutaways aren't only for mess-ups, they are actually planned a lot of the times, believe it or not, but it's also a good way to be prepared for a mess-up while shooting if you're on a time limit. Now, when you're filming, be sure to incorporate L-cuts and the 180 rules. If you don't know what that is, then we did a tutorial on it a couple weeks ago, so go check that out. Also, I'd like to thank you for stopping by Film Rogues. If you'd like to contact me about anything, you can. Twitter, @Paul Beacham, Facebook, facebook.com/filmrogues. And that wraps up today's tutorial.